has pledged to enhance this value chain.
The idea was for us to be able to establish the enablers and limiting factors around the value chains, and we have concrete information right now on what we need to do to support the farmers, to support the women, to support the young people that actually are doing work around these value chains. Whereas there are standards that have been developed around the different products by UNBS, there is limited dissemination, and therefore farmers don't actually have information in terms of these standards. The other issue is about farmers not having the different actors around the value chain not working together. So the different actors around the value chain need to work together so that we can support the farmers to have products that can hit the market and be accepted by the market. But one of the key resolutions is that as a platform, we intend to have another stakeholders meeting where we have the different actors to be able to discuss the key issues that needs to be taken forward. The other one was the issue about financing. How can UNBS be supported in terms of ensuring that the standards that have been developed are well disseminated but also well implemented? We know that the implementation of these standards goes beyond UNBS. How can we make sure that other actors like MAIF, other actors like trade.
The chairman of Uganda Farmers Common Voice Platform proceeds to discuss further issues that the association is working to address with the growth of the value chain. A consultant in agriculture and consumer economics, Professor Gilbert Elepu, exhorts farmers to cooperate and make the most of the government initiatives that are now in place. Farmers have, however, pointed out flaws in the government initiatives intended to help them, including the parish development model.
It's actually key is creating awareness of government now going to the training and the reorganization of their farming and their farmer groups, their cooperatives, so that they are able to produce better and maybe linking them to markets so that they're able to sell at better prices, and even training them maybe to add value to their crops and emulating the existing models like the farmer ownership model in coffee.
The parish development model. Before I go to my comment, we are following up and we are willing to follow up. But what we released, this is for the farmers. I was in Komansi and was inquiring about the money. The real farmers can't access the money. That is the truth. But they are waiting for orders where we don't know where the order is coming from. They can't access the money. Yet we are in the season. You have been in the season. You have been crying. If this money is going to help the farmers, let it be released.
Agriculture continues to be the main economic driver that's in Uganda, providing a wealth of investment options. And investors estimate Uganda's agriculture potential to be among the strongest in Africa due to the country's low temperature variability. We are looking at the fertile soils and too many rainy seasons that result in several crop harvests each year across that's a large portion of the nation. As a result, the agriculture value chains needs to be improved in all aspects to ensure that we can achieve prosperity in the sector and promote economic growth and development. And away from that, let's head straight to the Djibouti trade opportunities. That's to the traders of Kampala as representatives that's from the Djibouti business community met with the traders in Kampala to discuss the available opportunities in the country for the traders. Let's have the details of this report.
Djibouti, a landlocked neighbor of Ethiopia, already has Chinese, the US, and the French naval bases there. As a result, it serves as a significant consumer market, notably for fresh produce, rice, and other viable products. During the meeting, representatives from Djibouti Embassy, including the Consul General of Djibouti in Uganda and the Ambassador of South Sudan to Djibouti, demonstrated to traders some of the benefits of doing businesses with Djibouti. including a relaxed financial policy, improved market access, a prime location, and a connected sea land air network, among others.
Those who want to export should be looking at the bigger market. As I said earlier, Ethiopia has about over 100 million people, and 80% of their cargo goes through Ethiopia. Goes through Djibouti. So our members who are going to Djibouti should be looking at the bigger market in the region and not Djibouti as a country, because they'll be trading in the free trade zone. If there's anything that will go onwards to the Djibouti market, that's fine. And what can go to Ethiopia will go to Ethiopia. But
the Djibouti Consular General also noted that connectivity is the main obstacle and that they aim to work with Ugandan airlines to make trading easier between the two nations.
The challenge our business community is facing is the air transport, the costs of air transport. Because for the fresh foods, you have to do air transport. It's very hard to send cargo by road to Djibouti. You need refrigerated containers, which also come with a high cost. But as of now, there are a few individuals who are present in this meeting that are already taking avocados to Djibouti. The rice export to Djibouti from the farmers who are doing highland rice, it's ongoing. The volumes are increasing. So basically what is holding back the exporters is air transport onwards.
Djibouti's engagement is a blessing in disguise as Ugandans look forward to connections in the African Free Trade Zone.
This is one stop center when you come in Djibouti and they set up your business in the free zone within the one single shop, and they can do all the things. Visa, residence card, permit to work, license of the free zone, everything. So you don't need to go to the different area.
Some of the businesses emphasize the need for governments to step up in the efforts of the Uganda Free Trade Zones in order to boost trade across the region.
Only 2 containers, empty containers in a free zone area and sand. Everyone, I think, who knows Mutukula, you can go there. So please, Madam Honorable, I'm requesting you to advise these people that we are not enjoying our government because of them. They are good at telling lies. We need to work like the Djibouti. Now they are calling us to go and invest in their countries. But ours, you are here telling us you are working in a free zone authority, but you're not doing anything for us, and we cannot benefit from you. Next time, come with a serious business, because we don't want lies, though you're a government official.
The representatives that's from the Djibouti business community, of course, met with the traders from Kampala's core business sector to discuss additional potential in Djibouti, that's the free zone. And of course, we anticipate, as you have seen, some of the trade leaders right there are not quite convinced regarding this particular move, but of course, we hope all shall go as planned. Now, finally, as we wind up, let's head to the cyber security. As we are aware that we are in the Cybersecurity Awareness Month, that's in Uganda and the globe at large, as the different stakeholders into the cybersecurity industry are sensitizing the public regarding cybersecurity so that you don't fall a victim. Remember, it is estimated that about $15 billion are lost annually, that's in Uganda, due to cyber-related crimes. So you can see why it's necessary for you to keep it, to always be alert regarding your information. Remember, you may not just lose money, but they may expose vital information about you, and your reputation can be damaged. And once that is damaged, of course, your brand will be affected, which affects your revenue. So let's have the details of this particular report regarding the Cybersecurity Awareness Month.
I want to ask the first question, which is, what is the importance of cybersecurity?
In the quickly developing digital world, one of the largest challenges facing enterprises is the emergence of cyber threats. The world is now forced to deal with the biggest concern of the modern era, cyber risks, as digital integration quickly penetrates every sector of economies. While introducing the Cyber Security Awareness Month, Emmanuel Chagara, the CEO of Milima Cyber Academy, claimed that Uganda loses over $15 billion annually to cybercrime, and that this is why every October the entire globe celebrates cyber security, because so many people now rely on technology.
Uganda loses over 15 billion in cybercrime every year, and these numbers have actually grown up in recent times through data breaches, fraud, and other non-financial losses such as credibility and legal costs. The African cybersecurity workforce currently faces a professional shortfall of over 2.7 million cybersecurity vacancies, as reported by the Labor Force Survey report of 2022. In a recent report conducted by KnowBe4, Africa had over 72% of its of gaps in institutions, as reported, presenting a significant gap in terms of the skilled labor force.
Samuel Mateha, Chief of Marketing at Diamond Trust Bank, urges that since everyone has mobile access to their bank accounts, cyber fraud has become rampant in banks. Technology makes life easier, but because someone is always monitoring, it is necessary, especially in banks, to secure resources.
Technology is making it convenient. Technology is making you have your money anytime, access your bank everywhere you are. But as you're doing that, someone is watching. Someone is being smart. Someone is like, how can they earn what they have not worked for? How can they be able to take off what you have prepared? We know the world is good, but there are some wrong elements in it, and those are the ones that are orchestrating cyber crime. So in this case, that's why we need cyber security. For banking, is very, very, very key.
400 cybersecurity specialists work in Uganda, which shows a lack of knowledge and need greater awareness.
Sure that the public is aware of counterfeit funds. So the SIM Clear is more of telling you how are you going to check whether your phone is genuine or it's not genuine. Of course, before, the Commission had to allow, because we want it's communication for all, to ensure that everyone has access to a phone. But as you're aware that in the cyber world, whenever there is an innovation, there is always an exploitation for that innovation.
Informing our dear students on what they are supposed to do and some of the different applications that you're not supposed to download on the internet. And we have also partnered with Milima. Basically, the major reason is we want to host the Cyber Security Career Week, and we are going to focus majorly on skills, creating job opportunities, mentorship, and then female inclusion in technology.
The Computer Misuse Amendment Bill 2022, aimed at critical voices online, was approved by Parliament. The legislation that has been criticized by a number of parties, including the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of ICT, suggests a slew of punitive actions against persons who send damaging material, hate speech, unsolicited information, and information sharing as a way of reducing cyber crimes.
New Computer Misuse Act amendments, which apparently on the President's table were sending, once the President ascends to this act, these are the things that are likely, number one, to happen. Of course, it talks a little bit deeper and very clear on issues like, bloggers, people who come out online and talk bad, let's say, against a tribe, a religion, or someone's sexual and other orientations. So the act is very, very clear that once you do this, the penalties definitely is prison. I think the year is around 20. We'll check properly and see.
Cybercrime costs Uganda more than $15 billion on an annual basis. Uganda Communications Commission, that's in partnership with the Milima Cyber Academy, started the October Cybersecurity Awareness Month with the theme "Seeing Yourself in Cybersecurity" to address the cyber-related threats. By addressing sensitive issues like cybersecurity, that's for circles and schools, among others, it will be very prominent to lower the nation's escalating rates of cyber-related crimes. That's it for the news recap this morning. Let's get into a short commercial break. Joram Paul Sonko will be driving you till the top of the hour, and of course, for the rest of the program. And I'll be joining you again on SMB on Ground. Stick around. Good morning.